Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a rule follower. Well, today I went to a antique store in High Point, North Carolina, and I came across quite a number of vintage yearbooks. They had quite a number more, and some of them specifically said in them that they had a copyright. So I was not sure what the requirements were for the copyright being expired. So I chose ones that were kind of a little bit more vintage. They had ones that were kind of as new as like the late 70s or such. This one here is from 1927, and I'm just gonna kind of do a little flip through. As you can see, I literally spent $5 for each of these, and this one talks about the World War. And so this one is from Gaffney, South Carolina, and I'm just going to kind of do sort of a quick sort of flip. I mean, look at these pictures, and there's sort of this like gold kind of foil that's here. This is completely fantastic. And then I'm going to just move this over. I'm going to flip this like this. So then when you kind of come to some of these other pages, here's some of like the little clubs that people were in. And here are, I guess it's like a signature page. I'm trying to find it. There's advertisements, these vintage advertisements, and I mean, look at this. So how do you dial on the phone? You dial 184 for this store, because so few people actually had telephones at this point. So I mean, this is just what a find this one is. Some of this is, you know, kind of pre-loved, and there were some pages that had some color, and of course now I'm not finding it. Anyhow, so this one is from 1927. Then I have a series of ones from, these are all called the oak leaf. I'm just moving this over. And there were four, so I'm guessing it's all 4 years where somebody went. 1932, Radford High School. What is super cool about this, and I'm going to shout out to my friends Terry Thompson Mitchell and Donna Vyers and also Donnie Woodrum, because this is from Radford High School in Radford, Virginia. And this is, you know, this is completely amazing. So I am wondering if maybe they had some relatives who might be listed in this yearbook. And same sort of thing where there's, you know, some like autographs and like vintage advertisements and things along those lines that are listed through here. So we have 1932. We have the oak leaf from 1933, 1934, and oh, I thought there was a fourth one, but I guess not. So this is another one from the Cherokeean from 1930, and there's this kind of texture going on here. This is the one that has some sort of purpley kind of print that is on the borders. So I guess I know a little bit about the printing process. So what they would have done is they would have probably run these through one time, and then just kind of had this paper sort of pre-printed, and then they ran through on again. And so apparently they were the state champions in 1929. I mean, wow, look at all of this. This also has some great, some old-fashioned shears and some drawings and some photo montages. And there we go. This one is 1935, and I mean, look at this. This is, where is this from? So, and there's a name inscribed here, Helen Gagans something land, Q something land. Well, I lied. This one says copyright 1935, and I thought I only grabbed ones that didn't say a copyright on them. This is quite fascinating because they talk about, different kinds of people, savage and white, joining together. And wow, this is from Winthrop College. Not even sure if that exists anymore. And maybe it's now a university. And so there's also some kind of interesting sort of pictures and stuff, kind of also sort of along the border, and sororities. There's some color printing that's sort of mixed in here, sort of in this page here with all of the signatures. Fantastic. All right, so I actually have, I don't know why, but there were 2 copies of this same one, the Beehive from 1939 from State Teachers College. And some really interesting. So this would be also from Radford, Virginia, from Radford State Teachers College, which I believe is what used to be. Then it became Radford College and then Radford University. And look at that. This says it's copyrighted and it has, a name. And I guess I didn't do as good of a job in selecting the ones that didn't have the copyright. But part of what I was looking for was just interesting pictures. And there's the home economics. And the International Relations Club. That's pretty cool. Drama Club. All kinds of stuff like that. So I have 2 copies of that. All right. The Shrapnel, 1944. And this is from Staunton Military Academy. Also some real interesting photos. Everybody's written drawings. People did drawings to go with their picked different drawings, and a bunch of autographs. And yep, so I'm flipping through that one. Okay. Of the Phoenix, this is from 1949, so a little bit of embossing that is here. This one, the spine has really seen better love, so if I'm going to utilize this, what it has is really interesting. It's like this really kind of heavy metal brad binding. I've never kind of seen something quite like that before. Class Prophecy, more Class Prophecies, the Class Song, just a bunch of really, the Glee Club and the Commercial Club. I guess that's like the business club. We have Your Yearbook, and this is just like a paper cover. This is from 1959. Clyde High School. Not exactly sure where Clyde High School is. Might be able to figure that out. Anyhow, so it's probably in North Carolina because there's a bunch of North Carolina advertisements here. And then the very last one that I have, the Bethian, also embossed and really kind of pretty colors going on here. And somebody in 6th grade in 1964 to 65. And it's from the high school. There's gorgeous pictures in the advertising. Apparently Harris Teeter was still around then. Anyhow, so some of the questions that I have, and maybe other people kind of know the answers, and I'm just going to sort of focus. I'm in a hotel room here. I am wondering about some of the copyright implications. I am wondering about scanning some of these really cool pictures and maybe making this as like an ephemera kind of digi pages that perhaps I can sell or trade or do something with. I don't know. But what I will probably do is I will probably, pull out some of these pages and utilize these great covers and use these for making some junk journals. But I'm really wondering about making some different things out of these for other people to be able to enjoy as well. If anybody knows the answer, let me know. Hey, subscribe to my page. Please hit like if you like these kinds of videos. And so, $5 each for these treasures. Even if I can only use them for myself, I still think that this is fantastic.